Um, Hello again to anyone who may be watching. My name is Charlie Kyle, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I try not to plan these videos very well, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, which is very, very hard for me, but that's kind of the point. Practice in personal growth, practice in exorcising my demons, minimizing my fear or learning to not listen to it so much. This is Dexter behind me trying to eat the grass. I wanted to talk a little bit about social anxiety. Mine is severe and debilitating. Another reason I'm doing this. As I said before, being okay with my awkward ass self when other people can see me. Because I am perfect just the way that I am. As are you. Come here, Dex. I am better in writing. Speaking has never been a strong suit of mine. I think that's a common introvert thing, a common INFJ thing. With NI, sorry. Since NI has a very narrow focus, sweating my ass off. I talked about this before, how we build the webs in our mind and we don't necessarily see all of the connections that we're making. We just get to the point, and with writing I think that's kind of easier. Dex, stop eating the plant. Writing kind of gets to the emotional truths without necessarily having to hit upon all of the little points in the webs that we might not necessarily see. So to me it makes sense that a lot of INFJs would be writers and that we would be able to express ourselves better in writing, besides the fact that it gives you time to think your responses through and not be put on the spot. Apparently I like putting myself on the spot right now because I really have no idea what I'm talking about. So if you're listening, thank you. Another thing with social anxiety that I've been thinking about lately, I was actually talking to my ENFP about this recently. The fact that I overthink everything, and again, this is, I think, common for INFJs. NITI loops, literally overthinking everything. He was telling me that he's seen a guy he used to know in high school, and the guy said something about remember his old Volkswagen and that it was a cool car. And my first thought is like, how do you respond to that? Yeah, it was a cool car, but so then I just felt awkward. And then I think also being that FE is our secondary function, like I never want to make anyone else uncomfortable, and I feel like my anxiety makes other people uncomfortable, and my not knowing how to respond makes other people uncomfortable, and I don't want to respond in a way that makes other people uncomfortable. So back to the overthinking. I feel like because we're so often aware of other people's emotions much more than our own, you notice, you pick up when other people are feeling uncomfortable, and I don't want to be the cause of that. So that makes me more anxious, which then makes other people more anxious, which makes me more anxious. Round and round we go. Also, really, social anxiety is just a lot about self-doubt, I think. If you don't feel like you have a lot of worth, or you doubt your worth, or you doubt that you have anything to say in the situation, or that you ever have anything to say, it's going to make you anxious. You're going to feel anxious because you don't feel like you have value, and that I think comes a lot from inside in our programming from when we were children, and our beliefs about ourselves. And that's something I'm really trying hard to work on as well, because I do have worth. So does everyone. Even like if I say something ridiculously retarded, which I'm sure I've already done here, like so what? Like, I don't need to pick that apart. I'm okay. And if somebody else is uncomfortable, well, that's okay too. Like, it's life. Life can be uncomfortable. Life is awkward. So why am I so upset with myself about that? I don't really need to be. I think there's one other thing I was thinking of, and I can't think of it right now. Bear with me for a second. I was totally just thinking of it, and it's like completely slipped my mind. Self-doubt. Seems like it had something to do with INFJism. Sorry, I don't edit these at all. Maybe I will at some point, so I'm just like dead air right now. I feel like I should end the video, but I also feel like, oh, okay. As an INFJ, we spend so much of our life, so much of our interactions feeling misunderstood, being misinterpreted. I feel like I say X, Y, or Z, and then somebody reflects back to me A, B, C, and I'm like, no. So let's try and look at this from a little bit different way, but still X, Y, Z, and they're like, oh, you mean LMNOP? And I'm like, no. Like, am I speaking some different language? Like, I don't understand how you are getting what you're getting from what I said. So then it's like, why am I even talking? Like, people don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm some kind of alien that speaks another language. Why am I talking? So then I get panicky because I'm gonna say something and people aren't gonna understand, and then, hi baby, oh thank you, I love you. And then like I just feel awkward, and it gets to a point where why am I even speaking? That's what I feel like. But I think maybe one thing that's okay, like if you have an awkward interaction with somebody, like that's not the end of the world, even if it feels like it. But also maybe those just aren't your people. Like, maybe there's other people that will understand. Like, I don't think everybody is going to not understand me, even though a lot of people don't. I have met people who have, my sister, my boyfriend, like my dad's an INTP, and he understands me a lot more often, I think, than most people, other intuitive types. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents, my 50 cents on the topic. As always, if you have watched this, thank you. I love you and accept you exactly as you are, no matter where you are on your journey, as I do myself. And hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.